Connectra creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, Connect Together, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative, Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kobiski, Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson, Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff, and other initiatives including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at Connectra Society.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, sharing my screen. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Persaud, and I work at the March of Dimes Canada. And I'm here to chat with you a little bit about our newest program called SkillingUp. So before I get into it, I will just give you a little brief background on the March of Dimes Canada. Okay, so I know everyone might not be familiar with this, so I just wanted to give a little bit of background information. So the March of Dimes Canada was founded in 1951 by mothers and volunteers marching from door to door to collect dimes for polio research, hence the name March of Dimes. After the polio vaccine was discovered, our mandate evolved to serve not only polio survivors, but also people living with disabilities. We expanded to become a national organization in 2006, and as March of Dimes Canada, we have over 30 programs that serve people living with disabilities, including stroke recovery, independent living, home and vehicle modification, and employment services. Over our 70-year history, we've evolved to become a recognized leader in disability service design and delivery, supporting tens of thousands of people with disabilities each year through a growing range of high-impact programs in communities nationwide. Our work is broad, spanning direct client support, innovative research, and powerful advocacy for social change. Our goal is to ensure people can have the financial means to avoid or escape poverty and live well with a disability. So today I'm here to talk to you about our SkillingUp program. SkillingUp is a national program being brought to you by March of Dimes Canada to Canadians with disabilities through a Skills for Jobs partnership with Microsoft and CIBC. It is a program that will support job seekers across Canada to gain access to the skills, training, and certifications required for in-demand information communication and technology roles, while also connecting them to tech-enabled jobs. The program focuses on the digital economy and the demand for digital talent. We know that digital technologies are driving transformative change and that the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated digital transformation faster than we could have ever anticipated 3 years ago. Where and how we work has changed, and the demand for talent is only growing as the digital economy continues to expand across all sectors. As available opportunities far outpace available talent, skilled talent from all supply streams must be developed, empowered, and leveraged to fill critical roles. But misconceptions about disability still persist, but the growing reality of lifelong learning and continuous upskilling brings non-linear training and career development to the forefront. The need for continuous upskilling among all workers with non-traditional educational or career paths, potentially improving the visibility of their diverse skills and competencies amongst employers in the digital economy. So why are we focusing on digital skills? Well, in the next 5 years, it is estimated that 40% of workers will require new skills. It is also estimated that Canada will have a capacity of 2 million new tech jobs in 2025. And according to the Eastern Workforce and Innovation Board, 80% of Canadian business leaders are seeking more workers with digital skills. So clearly there is a need for this type of program. So who is SkillingUp for? The program is designed for people who face barriers to obtaining traditional education and want and are able to learn at their own pace. It's for people who want to learn new skills or upgrade their existing digital skills and become qualified for a tech role or a job that requires computer skills. It's also for people who want a micro-credential or certification with Microsoft to help them become competitively employed. SkillingUp is not a program that can be used to evaluate clients or for something to do, or to evaluate if they're motivated, reliable, or dependable, or work ready. The expectation is for clients coming through the program that they want to learn and complete the training. The program is completely independent and will not require case management, and learners will be able to access their learning content and work through the pathway at their own pace. So the SkillingUp learning content is broken down into different learning pathways, including specific digital skilling, as well as complementary courses. Learners can customize their pathway to meet their learning goals. So the first pathway is a beginner learner. So the beginner learner has basic computer skills and can type, use a mouse, and navigate to websites. Beginner learners will focus on the digital literacy and productivity pathway with the option to progress to intermediate pathways if they desire. The digital literacy and productivity pathway will cover topics such as working with computers and devices, creating content in Microsoft Office, participating safely and responsibly online, using chat, video calls, and group video meetings, and collaborating online in Outlook, Word, and OneDrive. This pathway could be considered a good fit for someone who wants to work in a tech-enabled entry-level job. So for example, a warehouse type role that uses scanners or tablets. The next pathway is for an intermediate learner, and an intermediate learner has a solid understanding of how to easily navigate the internet, as well as Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Outlook. This learner is someone who is likely using a computing device on a daily basis. Intermediate learners will focus on career essential certificate pathways with an option to progress to the advanced pathways if desired. The career essential certificate pathways cover topics such as administrative professional foundations, project management foundations, business analysis foundations, operating systems, programming languages, security and monitoring, and introduction to data and data analysis. These pathways would be a good fit for someone who wants to work in an office setting in a role that uses computers or devices on a daily basis. For example, an executive assistant. The next pathway is an advanced learner, and the advanced learner would be proficient with Microsoft systems and has existing experience or training in information, communication, and technology. Advanced learners will focus on achieving Microsoft certifications. The Microsoft certification pathways include topics such as Dynamics 365 marketing, sales, and customer service, configuring an MS Teams environment, core components of Power Platform, planning and managing mail transport architecture. And these pathways would be a good fit for someone who already has a strong digital literacy and works within an ICT role and wants to upskill their existing skill set. Then we also offer soft skills and entrepreneurship pathways. So all learners will have access to these pathways, regardless of their chosen digital training pathway. They'll be able to access the soft skills training at any time during their learning process. And what we have listed on these slides is just a few examples of the courses that are offered, but we have about 20 different types of soft skill courses that any learner can enroll in if they choose. So this slide is an example of what an upskilling journey from a foundational skills level is all the way through to Microsoft certification. So you can see at the bottom here, we're starting at the foundational skills, which would be like an entry level or beginner learner. So learners can choose to start with the digital literacy program, then advance to a tech or tech-enabled program. So the two rows here in the middle are our tech and tech-enabled roles. So an example of a tech-enabled role could be someone like an administrative professional, because this role requires frequent use of computers and software programs like Microsoft 365. But the use of technology isn't necessarily the main focus. An example of a tech role is a systems administrator, which requires technical knowledge of server and operating systems, and the use of technology and computers is the main focus of this role. Then upon completion of the career certificates in a tech or tech-enabled program, learners can have the option to continue to a Microsoft certification or micro-credential program that will result in an industry-recognized credential. So in addition to the digital skilling, SkillingUp is also a workforce development program. And we are offering a workforce development piece through our job readiness and industry exposure activities. So learners will have the option to participate in 2 or more hours of job readiness activities, including career fairs, LinkedIn networking, technical portfolio development, and career development courses. We also have online job seeker resources that Microsoft has shared with us that learners can access through the platform to help them identify their skills and build or improve their resume. They will also have the option to participate in 5 hours of virtual mentorships with working professionals and employers that will provide them with a direct connection to the industry. And our goal is that within 6 months, learners should have the skills that they need to either become employed in a new role or improve their livelihood as a result of participating in SkillingUp. It is important for us to note that SkillingUp is an independent learning program with minimal case management from our team. However, if a learner is working with a service provider, we will communicate with them if the learner consents for us to do so. And also keep in mind, we do not facilitate or teach the courses. Everything is independently self-led and self-taught. Our program staff, however, will connect learners to the job readiness resources and organize the industry exposure activities. We will also provide resume review and any suggestions if the learner requests for us to do so. So this here is a flowchart of our program overview, just to give you an idea of our workflow. So learners can go to www.skillingup.ca and submit their request for registration through our portal. Then our program coordinator will contact them to ask a few intake questions that will help determine the right pathway for them. Once the pathway has been determined and a consent form has been signed, the coordinator will provide the learner with access to the portal and a learner's guide to navigate the SkillingUp program. The learner can then complete the registration questions on the platform and start learning right away. The foundational skills programs provide a certificate of completion once the learner completes all of their modules. And for the career essential certificates and Microsoft certifications, the learner will have to complete an exam with a passing grade of 70% or higher in order to receive their certification. Then after a learner completes their pathway, they can either choose to enroll in a new pathway or participate in the job readiness activities. It's also worth noting that it's not mandatory for a learner to complete a pathway before moving on to job readiness activities. So if someone wants to participate in a mentorship and wants to learn more about a potential job while they're learning, they're welcome to do so. So the SkillingUp program is designed for learners to access course material online from any device, including computers, cell phones, tablets. They'll also be able to download course material to access at any time offline. And the program has been developed to run on low bandwidth to make it as accessible as possible. SkillingUp is designed for individuals with varying levels of digital literacy from beginning to advanced skills. So with the assistance of our program coordinator, learners can select their suitable pathway and begin learning as soon as they complete their registration. The program delivery offers a continuous intake, which means that learners can enroll at any time. And as mentioned in earlier slides, there's 3 cohorts. So we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced learners. We do estimate that it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to complete the course content in order to earn a certificate of completion or their Microsoft certification. However, the timelines are not mandatory and learners can progress through the program at their own pace. The program also offers the opportunity for all learners to participate in industry exposure through job fairs and mentorships and networking opportunities, which we estimate will take about 1 to 6 months to complete. So why choose SkillingUp? SkillingUp uses content that is hosted on Microsoft Learn and LinkedIn Learn. Both offer access to training pathways for a fee. However, SkillingUp offers the identical learning pathways completely for free. Once the learner signs into the SkillingUp platform and clicks on their learning module, they will be redirected to the suitable platform. Microsoft certification content is hosted on Microsoft Learn, and the Career Essentials and Foundational Skill Certificate content is hosted on LinkedIn Learn. SkillingUp packages the digital literacy training with career development, mentorships, and networking to maximize a learner's readiness to pursue employment. So SkillingUp is a one-stop shop for both digital learning and workforce development for people living with disabilities across Canada, completely for free. So since the SkillingUp platform does use LinkedIn Learning content for the Career Essentials, Digital Literacy, and Entrepreneurship and Professional Soft Skills pathways, learners enrolled in any of these pathways will need a LinkedIn account in order to access the learning content and assessments. The Microsoft certification pathways are hosted on Microsoft Learn. However, it's still highly recommended for all learners to have a LinkedIn profile because it's a great online resource that can help build their network, connect them with employers, and share their accomplishments. If a learner is worried about their online privacy, LinkedIn does make it very easy to customize privacy settings, and our coordinator can assist all learners with setting up a LinkedIn account and customize the privacy settings if they require any help. The SkillingUp platform is also fully accessible. So the learning platform is compatible with desktop and mobile assistive technology. There are closed captions and audio offered on all videos, and the course content can be downloaded and printed if a learner prefers to read and write on paper. So how to get started. If you do have any clients that are interested, they can submit their registration request on our landing page at skillingup.ca. Our SkillingUp coordinator will contact them to ask a few intake questions that will help determine what type of learner they are. The coordinator will then send them an orientation package and consent form that they can sign and submit by email. And the coordinator will send their login credentials via email once the learning path has been assigned. They will complete the registration questions upon their first login to the SkillingUp platform. And once they're fully registered, they can start their independent learning. Okay, so that's the end of the formal presentation. I would like to take an opportunity to show you what the platform looks like, just to give everyone an idea of what the interface is. So I will pull it up. Okay, so this is the landing page of the SkillingUp platform. It will look a little bit different if the first time someone signs in, but it's pretty straightforward with logging in. So the coordinator, as I mentioned, will email login credentials, and when you first log in, you'll be prompted to change your password. So you can click sign in, normal email address, password. And the email address will be the same as the email that the learner uses to register the first time. And then any pathways that they are enrolled in will appear here on their landing page. I have most of the courses, so a learner's landing page won't look as populated as this, but I can go through an example. So it shows you your progress. So as I mentioned, you don't have to sit and finish a pathway in one sitting. You can start a module and save your progress and move on. So I can come to this landing page and see how far along in all of my courses I am. So this year says 24%, so I can click on it. And the little green check marks indicate all of the courses that I have completed. And then if you see here, there's a little lock. So what that means is that I can't move on to this course until I finish the course before it. And we've designed it that way so that the course content is being completed in a way that makes sense and the way that it's intended to be learned, which kind of makes it easier because everything is self-taught. So if you click on this and then view lesson, another window will pop up that redirects to LinkedIn Learn. So this is where the LinkedIn account will be required in order for anyone involved in, enrolled in a Career Essentials, Professional Soft Skills, or Digital Literacy program will require a LinkedIn account. I can show you some of the accessibility features. So the video, I won't turn the audio on now, but the video does, as I mentioned, has closed captioning. You can maximize the screen. It also comes with exercise files that can be downloaded and previewed ahead of time. And then once you can finish your course content, you can close this window, and then it'll get marked in the SkillingUp platform as completed. So you'll see the little green check mark, and then you can move on. Once all of the courses are completed, this here will be unlocked, which is the Learning Path certificate, and then it can be downloaded here or previewed, and it is stored on the platform if it needs to be accessed at a later date. And that's the SkillingUp program. I'm happy to take questions. I'm not sure how that process works with the live stream, but maybe Kasara, you can advise on that if anyone has any questions.
Actually, I'm the only one there, so there's no one.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it comes
on
through
Facebook or YouTube. But it's really nice. Your programs are really good. I would like to join one.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. So I'll just repeat that. So our landing page, if you want to sign up to register, or if you want to sign up to attend a webinar. So we have webinars that are specific for learners and webinars that are specific for employment service providers. And both are available at www.skillingup.ca.
Can you put it in the chat so it stays there? So.
Yeah, sure. Where is the chat here? So www.skillingup.ca. Or if you have any questions and would like to contact me or our team directly, skillingup@March of Dimes. I'll put that in the chat. March of Dimes Canada is how we can be reached.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's it.
Great.
Right. Well, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of the session today. And I look forward to hearing from you, Kasar, and anyone else who's interested.
Sure. Somebody will, yeah. There'll be people watching it like later on also.
Okay, wonderful.
Even when the program is over, it will stay on our website.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody can watch it in the future also. So.
Okay. Sounds great. All right. Well, you take care.
Okay. It was nice.
Bye now.
Bye.